is my 2012 Genesis Coupe. In this video, I'm going to be explaining everything I did wrong with this car. This is all done by mistake. Again, this is my first car in general. And as you can tell, it looks pretty pristine. Looks like nothing's wrong with it at all. First things first, as far as terms of the outside, I do need to recoat the headlight. They're already peeling apart. As for this fitment over here, I'm not really sure how the hell to fix this thing. The other side is completely fine with this fitment, but it's just this side that's giving me issues. From this angle, as you can see, the fitment is just not it. Along with that, the reverse taillights have went out on the old headlights. These are basically the same ones. I just got a warranty swap with it. A exhaust on it. So right now as of right now, it's just really quiet. So that's one thing I do need to get done. Tire, I should say, is really stretched, which I did not like, as you can see already. I think within the third month of owning these wheels, I already did curb rash it, sadly. There you go. I did sadly curb rash these wheels, so I did get new ones with the correct offset. I need to get a tire pressure sensor swap from my old stock wheels to these wheels, just so I can have the functionality of knowing when my tires need air. So besides me fixing my own car, I have been fixing it quite a lot. I've also been fixing this thing right here. This car is my dad's Honda. I literally grew up in the back seat of it. As you can tell, it's a lot beat up compared to, well, mine over there. This one, it's getting there. We got a rear bumper, headlight. We did the front headlight as well. All we need to do is just the shocks. As you can tell, the fitment on the front is way too damn high compared to the ones in the back. This is pretty much slammed. We need to do the retint on this thing, redo the whole body work, and that's it. So if you come over here to my car, however, you can see already these have the yeah, pretty much chrome. If you could tell, as is, the damn chrome is showing through the matte black. This is the wheel lock that I have right now. I just need to change all of these to the chrome wheels that I have. Small compared to what I've seen what other Genesis Coupe users use. They would either have like a really like an inch thick one. This one, however, it's like, I believe this is a 20 millimeter. I'm not sure, but if you come at it from the side, I hate that fitment. So yeah, the correct wheels should fix it. But the issue with this one though is not only did it not fit, you could tell I had to raise it just to clear it up, just so I don't like hit the wheel against the body and then mess up the shock as well. And I also did the Brembos, which I'm not sure I mentioned last time in my video. I did have stock brakes in this car. They're just single piston ones. This is the Brembo one, OEM, a Hyundai molding in it as well. This is just a spare tire. This only worked with the stock brakes, but since mine has Brembos, there's no reason for me to have a spare tire that's not going to work on my car. So this is just going to stay here. Everything else is done under the hood. I'll show you what I did mess up on, because it's not like it was finished. I did mess up a few things under the hood of this thing, which I'll show you in a moment. So if we pop this hood, which is super easy to do, we have my 3.8 engine under it. I did an intake, but if you could tell by the fitment of the hose, it is kind of off-centered, which, I mean, it still functions correctly. Now, the first thing I did when I bought this car was put the most shittiest oil in this thing. I used to put the STP brand, so anyways, yeah, so the oil I used to run in this thing was the STP 520. Well, actually, at first it was 530. It did not have the oil cooler, which it does now. This was a thing I added a while back ago. As you can tell, it's a Mishimoto one. It runs really good. It keeps the car cool. If I touch it right now, it's gonna be hot as a radiator. So it does work. It is stock as it is now anyways. The only thing I did was a lightweight pulley, intake, oil cooler, and just upgraded the oil in general. When I switched to the Mobile One, which is this oil right here, only one I use, Extended Performance 520. Compared to what I used to put in it before. As you can tell, as is too, I did clean up the engine block a little bit. This is much more shinier than most Genesis Coupe owners. I do need to clean up the block as is, because there is a lot of dirt and grime stuck to it. Oh yeah, you can tell right there. I still need a lot of work to do in this thing in terms of cleaning it. Back then when I used to own this thing, I would only put regular oil for power steering fluid. I did not know it needed the CHF 202. This bottle right here too, this one's almost empty. That one's full. Did a whole change on it, so it's up and running now. Did do a change in it, which was pretty easy. Power steering cooler line, and over there is where there's hoses connected to it. All I did was just undo it, turn the steering wheel, let the old oil at the time drain out, and I did fill it up with the correct one, so this is running smoothly again. On hot days it does give up on me, which I guess in turn was because of my fault for putting the wrong one. Still works however though. In terms of the shock as well, I did get the Parts by Max shocks. As I was changing it, I noticed that the way that Parts by Max send you the top post hat, it's angled towards the engine block, which didn't make sense at all. So me and my friend, we were too busy installing it, so we just had to get this thing up and running. Eventually, once we fixed it, we saw that it was angled incorrectly. Just recently though, I did correct it so that it's parallel with the engine block. Same thing with this side too. I did it to this side too. It is completely angled correctly now, so now I could adjust the caster on it and camber. To Brembo's, this is obviously not the R-Spec version that you see normally. I'm gonna do a differential LSD swap for the torsion diff on it. I'm gonna do an exhaust, and I'm gonna do the ATQ 4-point diff that comes with this car. I'm in water leaks in the trunk for the Genesis Coupe. I did upgrade that as well to the ATQ. It would never have any water leaks in it.
So yeah, the issue I'm having now, the next one, is that this one is having 3 exhaust leaks coming from the H pipe. As you guys may know or may not know, I did get an ARC downpipe and H pipe from them, but it's having 3 exhaust leaks coming from the exhaust gaskets that they provide you. So all I had to do was switch it over to the stock ones, because this car does have low miles, so the stock exhaust gaskets do work still. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and in the next one it'll be a cold start, a before and after of the exhaust that I had slapped on this.